Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. It has been a hot minute. I do apologise. I've just been so unmotivated this year. I have no idea why. It just does not seem to have happened with me this lockdown. First lockdown, I was just pumping out loads of videos, but this one, I don't know. I think the bad weather. I just have been feeling just unmotivated, but I promise I'll try and do better. Even if it's just posting singing covers for a couple of weeks until I get my groove back again. But today is a video that I've wanted to film for a while, and I feel like it'll almost help me process it in my own mind by actually filming it. So we're just going to get right into it. And today we are talking about relationships. I am a very confident person. I've gone from being a very unconfident person to a very confident person. Not in a bad way. Just in a I appreciate the way I look now and love the way I look. I'm very accepting of the way I look. But one area I have just never managed to master is relationships and dating. And it's hard to sort of understand why, how. It's just something I have never managed to get my head around. A large portion of that is because I am living with a visible difference, and you almost kind of think, as a person with a visible difference, that because it was so hard for you to accept the way you look, I almost in my own mind find it hard to think that someone else will accept the way I look, which is sad to think. But that's just something that I have battled with my whole life. I have gone on dates in the past, well, one date on the past, and that just kind of fizzled out and didn't really go anywhere. So it's like there is the proof there that I can go on dates and I can do it. Because believe me, there was the whole fear that I would turn up and he would think I was a catfish, or he would think I looked awful in real life, or because photos are all about angles. And so I proved myself wrong in that sense. There are good people out there, but I think the biggest thing is it's a mindset. It's just hard to wrap my own head around, I think, because if you have a visible difference, feel free to chime in and write in the comments. But for me, and this is going to sound really sad to say out loud, but I think I have accepted that I'm going to be alone. And I think that is one of the big reasons as to why I don't date. Because I have sort of that self-acceptance that I will be on my own. And I think part of that's the reason that I haven't moved out yet as well. Because I have a full understanding that I will be on my own. And I will be lonely. For probably the rest of my life if I don't sort my own head out. That's almost sad to say. But that's not to say that I'm craving a relationship. I'm very happy on my own. I love my own space. But there are times where I kind of think, oh, that would be nice. Just for someone to want to spend time with me on that kind of deeper level. I'm 27. I ain't getting any younger, darling. And I'm at that point in my life where a lot of my friends, family, like my sisters, all have someone. They're all starting that next part of their life with a significant other and someone that loves them. And it's so lovely to see. It's so lovely to see, for instance, my older sister, she just got engaged. Christmas Day, which I thought was fantastic, made me cry. It was just so beautiful because she so deserves it, and she just deserves that happiness and deserves someone that loves her the way that her fiance loves her. And I just think, Like, that's so beautiful. And like my twin sister, she moved out last year. She now owns a house with her boyfriend, and she just looks so happy, and it's great. And part of me is like, well, will I ever have that? Probably not. But that's like my own mind saying that to me. And I think that's like why I'm making this video. This video has no point to it. I think it's just me visualizing my own inner thoughts. And like trying to unpack why I don't date. And I think a large part of it is fear. A large part of it is fear. I think horrible things about myself when it comes to dating. If someone asked me to meet up, I instantly shut down, and I'm like, no, because you do get that vision in your head that I will turn up and they will be horrible, or they won't turn up because they'll see me in the distance and think, oh my goodness, which is awful to think about yourself. And I think another thing is as well, like doing TikTok, I have a lot of people, I have 8,000 followers on TikTok, and a lot of people do message me or leave comments saying that, oh, you're so beautiful, you're so handsome, or are you single, blah, 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 blah. And part of me thinks like they're saying it as a joke, which is so bad to think. But part of me does think that I automatically think, no, they're doing this to like screenshot it and send it to their friends and be like, ha 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 ha, and have a good laugh at my expense. But I'm very happily single. Like, don't get me wrong, girls and guys and gays and theys and he's. I'm very happily single, and if it happens for me, it happens for me. But I think me saying that, I also kind of have to think to myself, you are the one that is hindering that by not actually giving it a go. I don't use dating apps. I delete them all. I think as well, a large portion of it is not only am I someone living with a visible difference, I am also gay. Just trying to like try to take a lot of the population away of people who would date a visible difference. Oh, we're also going to add gay on top of that. And I think as well that that's something that does need address, is the gay community can be very, very toxic. And I mean that with a lot of love. But in my experience, the gay community can be very based on how you look. And I don't look aesthetically the way that a lot of gay men desire. Which is fine. I don't want to be like someone like that. That's just not me as a person. But I think as well that also adds to the fear of why I don't date, is because I just think in the gay community I won't be accepted in that sense. Which is why I'm like, yeah, no. I think as well, using apps like Grindr is just not it. Because I often found that a lot of the time I got attention, it was from like older males, which is great. That's up my alley. We love a sugar daddy. But it was like older than my dad, old. And I have a limit. Do you know what I mean? Everyone has a limit, and it was past my limit. I think as well, I guess I shouldn't really be judging it based on where I live. I live in a countryside, and everyone is either in the closet, married, or just wants one thing. And at 27 years of age, and having never been with someone on that level, I am not just gonna go and be a hussy. You know what I mean? But yeah, I think it just doesn't, my brain just won't allow me to at least attempt it. It just won't. And that is sad. And then I don't know why, but I always get this big fear that if I get in a relationship, I will be obviously the uglier one. That's just standard. Based on aesthetics, I know I'm popping, don't get me wrong. But statistically or stereotypically, I will be classed as the uglier one. And like I've always had this like irritation in my mind that I will be that person that people are like, oh, he's punching. Or it will be a case of, you could do better. And I always have that vision, like, I have just this idea in my head that if I got in a relationship, I would hate to meet their family, I would hate to meet their friends, because I would just be so overanalyzing a situation to the point where I would be like, God, they're all going to think, why on earth is this person dating my, like, brother or son or friend? And that is just so off-putting for me to the point where it just makes me almost scared to try dating. Gosh, what a sad little video. And don't get me wrong, like, part of me, like, really would love to try and be dating and in a relationship, because, don't get me wrong, there are times where my family, like, do meetups together, and, like, we've gone away on, like, weekend vacations together, like, the last one we did was we went to Lochaber in 2018, I think it was, and we stayed at, like, lodges, and my sisters brought their boyfriends, and I brought a friend. And I love my best friend, Laura. I love her to death. But part of me is like, oh, it would be nice just for one time for Ethel to just be like, I'm bringing this person, and this person actually really likes me. But I am really happy on my own. I really enjoy my own time and space and energy. And a lot of the time, like, for instance, my older sister's boyfriend is, like, so needy, and I often think, I couldn't deal with this. I'd be like, no. I'm like, what time are you leaving? Like, I am that person currently, and whenever my friends have relationship troubles, I'm just like, dump his ass. And part of me is like, well, please take that with a pinch of salt, because I could be totally different in a relationship. I don't know. But yeah, I don't really know what the point of this video is. I think it's just me visualizing and verbalizing my own ideology of why I don't date. Yeah, why I don't date with someone with a visible difference, basically. It's hard. And then, like, you have... Do I know it's possible? Yes, because I've seen shows like Undateable. Oh, I hate the name of that show. Great show, horrible name. And I know it's possible. I know there are people out there who will see past a visible difference. But in my own mind, just won't let me believe it. And I hope one day it does. I have an idea in my head that I would love to be able to take a +1 to my sister's wedding, instead of it being, oh, Ethel's bringing a friend. How cringe would that be? So yeah, I hope one day in the future I can update this video and I can be like, I found someone, or I can be like, at least I'm attempting it and I have gone on dates. But yeah, we'll see. I don't know why I made this video. I think I'm just, like, visualizing in my own mind and out loud my own thoughts as to why I don't date, because I don't really think it's something that I've addressed with myself, let alone with the internet. But what are my hopes for the future? My hopes for the future are to go on more dates once coronavirus is kind of more sustained. And I would love to try and meet someone in the next year. That would be a good goal to have, I guess. Or at least just attempt to speak to someone. But we'll see. Hopefully I can update you and be like, I found someone in about a year's time or something like that. But we never know. But yeah, thank you for watching this really strange video. Please don't feel so sad if you're watching this thinking, oh my goodness, you feel so alone. Because I don't. It's just one aspect of my life I would maybe like to explore. I just don't really know how to start. But yeah, thank you for watching, and I will post another video really, really soon. And I will speak to you all later. Bye.